أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين خاتم النبيين بالقاسم محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome to the group recitation of Holy Quran. Inshallah we'll start with the 9th juz of the Holy Quran. Everybody, you want to go first?
Yes, please. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قال الملأ الذين استكبروا من قومه لنخرجنك يا شعيب والذين آمنوا معك من قريتنا أو لتعودن في ملتنا قال أولو كنا كارهين قد افترينا على الله كذبا إن عدنا في ملتكم بعد إذ نجانا الله منها وما يكون لنا أن نعود فيها إلا أن يشاء الله ربنا وسع ربنا كل شيء علما على الله توكلنا ربنا افتح بيننا وبين قومنا بالحق وأنت خير الفاتحين. وقال الملأ الذين كفروا من قومه لئن اتبعتم شعيبا إنكم إذا لخاسرون فأخذتهم الرجفة فأصبحوا في دارهم جاثمين الذين كذبوا شعيبا كأن لم يغنوا فيها الذين كذبوا شعيبا كانوا هم الخاسرين فتولى عنهم وقال يا قوم لقد أبلغتكم رسالات ربي ونصحت لكم فكيف آسى على قوم كافرين وما أرسلنا في قرية من نبي إلا أخذنا أهلها بالبأساء والضراء لعلهم يضرعون ثم بدلنا مكان السيئة الحسنة حتى عفوا وقالوا قد مس آباءنا الضراء والسراء فأخذناهم بغتة وهم لا يشعرون ولو أن أهل القرى آمنوا واتقوا لفتحنا عليهم بركات من السماء والأرض ولكن كذبوا فأخذناهم بما كانوا يكسبون أفأمن أهل القرى أن يأتيهم بأسنا بياتا وهم نائمون أو أمن أهل القرى أن يأتيهم بأسنا ضحى وهم يلعبون أفأمنوا مكر الله فلا يأمن مكر الله إلا القوم الخاسرون أولم يهد للذين يرثون الأرض من بعد أهلها أن لو نشاء أصبناهم بذنوبهم ونتبع على قلوبهم فهم لا يسمعون تلك القرى نقص عليك من أنبائها ولقد جاءتهم رسلهم بالبينات فما كانوا ليؤمنوا بما كذبوا من قبل كذلك يطبع الله على قلوب الكافرين وما وجدنا لأكثرهم من عهد وإن وجدنا أكثرهم لفاسقين ثم بعثنا من بعدهم موسى بآياتنا إلى فرعون وملئه فظلموا بها فانظر كيف كان عاقبة المفسدين وقال موسى يا فرعون إني رسول من رب العالمين حقيق على أن لا أقول على الله إلا الحق قد جئتكم ببينة من ربكم فأرسل معي بني إسرائيل قال إن كنت جئت بآية فأت بها إن كنت من الصادقين فألقى عصاه فإذا هي ثعبان مبين ونزع يده فإذا هي بيضاء للناظرين قال الملأ من قوم فرعون إن هذا لساحر عليم.
أحسنت، جزاكم الله.
صدق الله العلي العظيم.
Go ahead, Ryan.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يريد أن يخرجكم من أرضكم فماذا تأمرون؟ قالوا أرجح وأخاه وأرسل في المدائن حاشرين يأتوك بكل ساحر عليم. وجاء السحرة فرعون قالوا إنا لنا لأجرا إن كنا نحن الغالبين. قال نعم وإنكم لمن المقربين. قالوا يا موسى إما أن تلقي وإما أن نكون نحن الملقين. قال ألقوا. فلما ألقوا سحروا أعين الناس واسترهبوهم وجاءوا بسحر عظيم. وأوحينا إلى موسى أن ألق عصاك فإذا هي تلقف ما يأفكون. فوقع الحق وبطل ما كانوا يعملون. فغلبوا هنالك وانقلبوا صاغرين وألقي السحرة ساجدين. قالوا آمنا برب العالمين رب موسى وهارون. قال فرعون آمنتم به قبل أن آذن لكم إن هذا لمكر مكرتموه في المدينة لتخرجوا منها أهلها فسوف تعلمون. لأقطعن أيديكم وأرجلكم من خلاف ثم لأصلبنكم أجمعين. قالوا إنا إلى ربنا منقلبون. وما تنقم منا إلا أن آمنا بآيات ربنا لما جاءتنا ربنا أفرغ علينا صبرا وتوفنا مسلمين. وقال الملأ من قوم فرعون أتذر موسى وقومه ليفسدوا في الأرض ويذرك وآلهتك قال سنقتل أبناءهم ونستحيي نساءهم وإنا فوقهم قاهرون. قال موسى لقومه استعينوا بالله واصبروا إن الأرض لله يورثها من يشاء من عباده والعاقبة للمتقين. قالوا أوذينا من قبل أن تأتينا ومن بعد ما جئتنا. قال عسى ربكم أن يهلك عدوكم ويستخلفكم في الأرض فينظر كيف تعملون. ولقد أخذنا آل فرعون بالسنين ونقص من الثمرات لعلهم يذكرون. وإذا جاءتهم الحسنة قالوا لنا هذه وإن تصبهم سيئة يطيروا بموسى ومن معه ألا إنما طائرهم عند الله ولكن أكثرهم لا يعلمون. وقالوا مهما تأتنا به من آية لتسحرنا بها فما نحن لك بمؤمنين. فأرسلنا عليهم الطوفان والجراد والقمل والضفادع والدم آيات مفصلات فاستكبروا وكانوا قوما مجرمين. ولما وقع عليهم الرجز قالوا يا موسى ادع لنا ربك بما عهد عندك لئن كشفت عنا الرجز لنؤمنن لك ولنرسلن معك بني إسرائيل. فلما كشفنا عنهم الرجز إلى أجل هم بالغوه إذا هم ينكثون. فانتقمنا منهم فأغرقناهم في اليم بأنهم كذبوا بآياتنا وكانوا عنها غافلين. وأورثنا القوم الذين كانوا يستضعفون مشارق الأرض ومغاربها التي باركنا فيها وتمت كلمة ربك الحسنى على بني إسرائيل بما صبروا ودمرنا ما كان يصنع فرعون وقومه وما كانوا يعرشون وجاوزنا ببني إسرائيل البحر فأتوا على قوم يعكفون على أصنام لهم قالوا يا موسى اجعل لنا إلها كما لهم آلهة قال إنكم قوم تجهلون إن هؤلاء متبر ما هم فيه وباطل ما كانوا يعملون قال أغير الله أبغيكم إلها وهو فضلكم على العالمين وإذ أنجيناكم من آل فرعون يصومونكم سوء العذاب يقتلون أبناءكم ويستحيون نساءكم وفي ذلكم بلاء من ربكم عظيم صدق الله العلي العظيم.
ما شاء الله ما شاء الله. أمين باي قال.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وواعدنا موسى 30 ليلة وأتممناها بعشر فتم ميقات ربه 40 ليلة وقال موسى لأخيه هارون اخلفني في قومي وأصلح ولا تتبع سبيل المفسدين ولما جاء موسى لميقاتنا وكلمه ربه وقال ربي أرني أنظر إليك قال لن تراني ولكن انظر إلى الجبل فإن استقر مكانه فسوف تراني فلما تجلى ربه للجبل جعله دكا وخر موسى صائقا فلما أفاق قال سبحانك تبت إليك وأنا أول المؤمنين قال يا موسى إني اصطفيتك على الناس برسالتي وبكلامي فخذ
رسالاتي بالدرجة
برسالاتي وبكلامي فخذ ما آتيتك وكن من الشاكرين وكتبنا له في الألواح من كل شيء موعظة وتفصيلا لكل شيء فخذها بقوة وأمر قومك يأخذوا بأحسنها سأريكم دار الفاسقين سأصرف عن آياتي الذين يتكبرون في الأرض بغير الحق وإن يروا كل آيات لا يؤمنوا بها وإن يروا سبيل الرشد لا يتخذوه سبيلا وإن يروا سبيل الغي يتخذوه سبيلا ذلك بأنهم كذبوا بآياتنا وكانوا عنها غافلين والذين كذبوا بآياتنا ولقاء الآخرة هبطت أعمالهم هل يجزون إلا ما كانوا يعملون.
माशाअल्लाह माशाअल्लाह मीन भाई आप पढ़ लें
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. واتخذ قوم موسى من بعده من كليهم عجلا جسدا له خوار ألم يروا أنه لا يكلمهم ولا يهديهم سبيلا اتخذوه وكانوا ظالمين ولما سقط في أيديهم ورأوا أنهم قد ضلوا قالوا لئن لم يرحمنا ربنا ويغفر لنا لنكونن من الخاسرين رجع موسى إلى قومه غضبان أسفا قال بئس ما خلفتموني من بعدي أعجلتم أمر ربكم وألقى الألواح وأخذ برأس أخيه يجره إليه قال ابن إن القوم استضعفوني وكادوا يقتلونني فلا تشمت بي الأعداء ولا تجعلني مع القوم الظالمين قال رب اغفر لي ولأخي وأدخلنا في رحمتك وأنت أرحم الراحمين إن الذين اتخذوا العجل سينالهم غضب من ربهم وذلة في الحياة الدنيا وكذلك نجزي المفترين والذين عملوا السيئات ثم تابوا من بعدها وآمنوا إن ربك من بعدها لغفور رحيم ولما سكت عن موسى الغضب أخذ الألواح وفي نسختها هدى ورحمة للذين هم لربهم يرهبون واختار موسى قومه 70 رجلا لميقاتنا فلما أخذتهم الرجفة قال رب لو شئت أهلكتهم من قبل وإياي أتهلكنا بما فعل السفهاء منا إن هي إلا فتنتك تضل بها من تشاء وتهدي من تشاء أنت ولينا فاغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الغافرين واكتب لنا في هذه الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة إنا هدنا إليك قال عذابي أصيب به من أشاء ورحمتي وسعت كل شيء فسأكتبها للذين يتقون ويؤتون الزكاة والذين هم بآياتنا يؤمنون الذين يتبعون الرسول النبي الأمي الذي يجدونه مكتوبا
لهم الطيبات ويحرم عليهم الخبائث ويضع عنهم إصرهم والأغلال التي كانت عليهم فالذين آمنوا به وعزروه ونصروه واتبعوا النور الذي أنزل معه أولئك هم المفلحون.
أحسنت الله. مهدي भाई.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الناس إني رسول الله إليكم جميعا الذي له ملك السماوات والأرض لا إله إلا هو يحيي ويميت فآمنوا بالله ورسوله النبي الأمي الذي يؤمن بالله وكلماته واتبعوه لعلكم تهتدون ومن قوم موسى أمة يهدون بالحق وبه يعدلون وقطعناهم 12 أسباطا أمما وأوحينا إلى موسى إذ استسقاه قومه أن اضرب بعصاك الحجر فانبجست منه 12 عينا قد علم كل أناس مشربهم وظللنا عليهم الغمام وأنزلنا عليهم المن والسلوى كلوا من طيبات ما رزقناكم وما ظلمونا ولكن كانوا أنفسهم يظلمون وإذ قيل لهم اسكنوا هذه القرية وكلوا منها حيث شئتم وقولوا حتة وادخلوا الباب سجدا نغفر لكم خطيئاتكم سنزيد المحسنين فبدل الذين ظلموا منهم قولا غير الذي قيل لهم فأرسلنا عليهم رجزا من السماء بما كانوا يظلمون واسألهم عن القرية التي كانت حاضرة البحر إذ يعدلون في السبت إذ تأتيهم
إذ
يعدون في السبت إذ تأتيهم حيتانهم يوم سبتهم شرعا ويوم لا يسبتون لا تأتيهم كذلك نبلوهم بما كانوا يفسقون وإذ قالت أمة منهم لما يعظون قوما الله مهلكهم أو معذبهم عذابا شديدا قالوا معذرة إلى ربكم ولعلهم يتقون فلما نسوا ما ذكروا به أنجينا الذين ينهون عن السوء وأخذنا الذين ظلموا بعذاب بئيس بما كانوا يفسقون فلما عتوا عما نهوا عنه قلنا لهم كونوا قردة خاسئين وإذ تأذن ربك ليبعثن عليهم إلى يوم القيامة من يسومهم سوء العذاب إن ربك لسريع العقاب وإنه لغفور رحيم وقطعناهم في الأرض أمما منهم الصالحون ومنهم دون ذلك وبلوناهم بالحسنات والسيئات لعلهم يرجعون فخلف من بعدهم خلف ورثوا الكتاب يأخذون عرض هذا الأدنى ويقولون سيغفر لنا وإن يأتهم عرض مثله يأخذوه ألم يؤخذ عليهم ميثاق الكتاب ألا يقولوا على الله إلا الحق ودرسوا ما فيه والدار الآخرة خير للذين يتقون أفلا تعقلون والذين يمسكون بالكتاب وأقاموا الصلاة إنا لا نضيع أجر المصلحين وإذ نتقنا الجبل فوقهم كأنه ذلة وظنوا أنه واقع بهم خذوا ما آتيناكم بقوة واذكروا ما فيه لعلكم تتقون صدق الله العلي العظيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذا أخذ ربك من بني آدم من ظهورهم ذرياتهم في أشهادهم على أنفسهم ألست بربكم قالوا بلى شاهدنا أن تقولوا يوم القيامة إنا كنا عن هذا غافلين أو تقولوا إنما أشرك آباؤنا من قبل وكنا ذرية من بعدهم أفتهلكنا بما فعل المبتلون وكذلك نفصل الآيات ولعلهم يرجعون واتلو عليهم نبأ الذي آتيناه آياتنا فانسلخ منها فأتبعه الشيطان فكان من الغاوين ولو شئنا لرفعناه بها ولكنه أخلد إلى الأرض واتبع هواه فمثاله كمثال الكلب إن تحمل عليه يلهث أو تتركه يلهث ذلك مثال القوم الذين كذبوا بآياتنا فاقصص القصص لعلهم يتفكرون ساء مثلا القوم الذين كذبوا بآياتنا وأنفسهم كانوا يظلمون من يهد الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضلل فأولئك هم الخاسرون ولقد زارعنا لجهنم كثيرا من الجن والإنس لهم قلوب لا يفقهون بها ولا هم أعين لا يبصرون بها ولا هم آذان لا يسمعون بها أولئك كالأنعام بل هم أضل أولئك هم الغافلون ولله الأسماء الحسنى فادعوه بها وذروا الذين يلحدون في أسمائه سيجزون ما كانوا يعملون وممن خلقنا أمة يهدون بالحق وبه يعدلون والذين كذبوا بآياتنا سنستدرجهم من حيث لا يعلمون وأملي لهم إن كيدي متين أولم يتفكروا ما بصاحبهم من جنة إن هو إلا نذير مبين أولم ينظروا في ملكوت السماوات والأرض وما خلق الله من شيء وأن عسى أن يكون قد اقترب أجالهم فبأي حديث بعده يؤمنون من يضلل الله فلا هادي له ويذرهم في طغيانهم يعمهون يسألونك عن الساعة أيان مرساها قل إنما علمها عند ربي لا يجليها لوقتها إلا هو ثقلت السماوات والأرض لا تأتيكم إلا بغتة يسألونك كأنها حفي عنها قل إنما علمها عند الله ولكن أكثر الناس لا يعلمون قل لا أملك لنفسي نفعا ولا ضرا إلا ما شاء الله ولو كنت أعلم الغيب لاستكثرت من الخير وما مسني السوء إن أنا إلا نذير وبشير لقوم يؤمنون هو الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وجعل منها زوجها ليسكن إليها فلما تغشاها حملت حملا خفيفا فمرت به فلما أثقلت دعوا الله ربهما لئن آتيتنا بصالحا لنكونن من الشاكرين فلما آتاهما صالحا جعل له شركاء فيما آتاهما وتعالى الله عما يشركون أيشركون ما لا يخلق شيئا وهم يخلقون ولا يستطيعون لهم نصرا ولا أنفسهم ينصرون وإن تدعوهم إلى الهدى ليتبعوكم سواء عليكم أدعوتموهم أم أنتم صامتون إن الذين تدعون من دون الله عباد أمثالكم فادعوهم فليستجيبوا لكم إن كنتم صادقين ألهم أرجل يمشون بها أم لهم أيد يبطشون بها أم لهم عين يبصرون بها أم لهم أذان يسمعون بها أم لهم آذان يسمعون بها قل ادعوا شركاءكم ثم كيدون فلا تنذرون إن ولي الله الذي نزل الكتاب وهو يتولى الصالحين والذين تدعون من دونه لا يستطيعون نصركم ولا أنفسهم ينصرون وإن تدعوهم إلى الهدى لا يسمعوا وتراهم ينظرون إليك وهم لا يبصرون خذ العفو وأمر بالعرف وأعرض عن الجاهلين وإما ينزغنك من الشيطان نزغ فاستعذ بالله إنه سميع عليم إن الذين اتقوا إذا مسهم طائف من الشيطان تذكروا وإذا هم مبصرون وإخوانهم يمدونهم في الغي ثم لا يقصرون وإذا لم تأتيهم بآيات قالوا لولا اجتبيتها قل إنما أتبع ما يوحى إلي من ربي هذا بصائر من ربكم وهدى ورحمة لقوم يؤمنون وإذ قرئ القرآن فاستمعوا وإذا قرئ القرآن فاستمعوا له وأنصتوا لعلكم ترحمون واذكر ربك في نفسك تضرعا وخيفة ودون الجهر من القول بالغدو والآصال ولا تكن من الغافلين إن الذين عند ربك لا يستكبرون عن عبادته ويسبحونه وله يسجدون صدق الله.
कुरान जब भी पढ़ा जाता है उसके लिए हुक्म है कि इज़ा क़ुरिअल कुरान जब भी कुरान पढ़ा जाता है फस्तइज़ बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम तो चाहिए कि औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम कहा करो। तो हर कारी पे लाजिम है कि तीन बातें कहे, पहले औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम, फिर बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम, फिर कुरान पढ़े और आखिर में है सदक़ल्लाहुल अलीयुल अज़ीम। औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम यसअलूनका अनिल अनफाल कुलिल अनफालु लिल्लाहि वर रसूल फत्तकुल्लाह वअस्लिहू ज़ाता बैनिकुम वअतिउल्लाह व रसूलहू इन कुंतुम मुअमिनीन इन्नमल मुअमिनूना अल्लज़ीना इज़ा ज़ुकिरल्लाहु वजलत क़ुलूबुहुम व इज़ा तुलियत अलैहिम आयातुहु ज़ादतहुम ईमानन वअला रब्बिहिम यतवक्कलून الذين يقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون أولئك هم المؤمنون حقا هم درجات عند ربهم ومغفرة ورزق كريم كما أخرجك ربك من بيتك بالحق إن فريقا من المؤمنين لكارهون يجادلونك في الحق بعدما تبين كأنما يساقون إلى الموت وهم ينظرون وإذ يعدكم الله إحدى الطائفتين أنها لكم وتودون أن غير ذات الشوكة تكون لكم ويريد الله أن يحق الحق بكلماته ويقطع دابر الكافرين
ليحق الحق ويبطل الباطل ولو كره المجرمون إذ تستغيثون ربكم فاستجاب لكم أني ممدكم بألف من الملائكة مردفين وما جعله الله إلا بشرى ولتطمئن به قلوبكم وما النصر إلا من عند الله إن الله عزيز حكيم إذ يغشيكم نعاس أمنة منه ينزل عليكم من السماء ماء يطهركم به ويذهب عنكم رجز الشيطان وليربط على قلوبكم ويثبت به الأقدام إذ يوحي ربك إلى الملائكة أني معكم فثبتوا الذين آمنوا سألقي في قلوب الذين كفروا الرعب واضربوا فوق الأعناق واضربوا منهم كل بنان ذلك بأنهم شاقوا الله ورسوله ومن يشاقق الله ورسوله إن الله شديد العقاب ذلكم فذوقوه وأن للكافرين عذاب النار يا الذين آمنوا إذا لقيتم الذين كفروا زحفا فلا تولوهم الأدبار ومن يولهم يومئذ دبره إلا متحرفا لقتال أو متحيزا إلى فئة فقد باء بغضب من الله ومأواه جهنم بئس المصير فلم تقتلوهم ولكن الله قتلهم وما رميت إذ رميت ولكن الله رمى وليبلي المؤمنين منه بلاء حسنا إن الله سميع عليم ذلكم أن الله موهن كيد الكافرين إن تستفتحوا فقد جاءكم الفتح فإن تنتهوا فهو خير لكم وإن تعودوا نعد ولن تغني عنكم فئتكم شيئا ولو كثرت وأن الله مع المؤمنين بسم الله يا أيها الذين آمنوا أطيعوا الله ورسوله ولا تولوا عنه وأنتم تسمعون ولا تكونوا كالذين قالوا سمعنا وهم لا يسمعون إن شر الدواب عند الله الصم البكم الذين لا يعقلون ولو علم الله فيهم خيرا لأسمعهم ولو أسمعهم لتولوا وهم معرضون يا أيها الذين آمنوا استجيبوا لله وللرسول إذا دعاكم لما يحييكم واعلموا أن الله يحول بين المرء وقلبه وأنه إليه تحشرون واتقوا فتنة لا تصيبن الذين ظلموا منكم خاصة واعلموا أن الله شديد العقاب واذكروا إذ أنتم قليل مستضعفون في الأرض تخافون أن يتخطفكم الناس فآواكم وأيدكم بنصره ورزقكم من الطيبات لعلكم تشكرون يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تخونوا الله والرسول وتخونوا أماناتكم وأنتم تعلمون واعلموا أنما أموالكم وأولادكم فتنة وأن الله عنده أجر عظيم صدق الله العلي العظيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن تتقوا الله يجعل لكم فرقانا ويكفر عنكم سيئاتكم ويغفر لكم والله ذو الفضل العظيم وإذ يمكر بك الذين كفروا ليثبتوك أو يقتلوك أو يخرجوك ويمكرون ويمكر الله والله خير الماكرين وإذا تتلى عليهم آياتنا قالوا قد سمعنا لو نشاء لقلنا مثل هذا إن هذا إلا أساطير الأولين وإذ قالوا اللهم إن كان هذا هو الحق من عندك فأمطر علينا حجارة من السماء أو ائتنا بعذاب أليم وما كان الله ليعذبهم وأنت فيهم وما كان الله معذبهم وهم يستغفرون وما لهم ألا يعذبهم الله وهم يصدون عن المسجد الحرام وما كانوا أولياءه إن أولياؤه إلا المتقون ولكن أكثرهم لا يعلمون وما كان صلاتهم عند البيت إلا مكاء وتصدية فذوقوا العذاب بما كنتم تكفرون إن الذين كفروا ينفقون أموالهم ليصدوا عن سبيل الله فسينفقونها ثم تكون عليهم حسرة ثم يغلبون والذين كفروا إلى جهنم يحشرون ليميز الله الخبيث من الطيب ويجعل الخبيث بعضه على بعض فيركمه جميعا فيجعله في جهنم أولئك هم الخاسرون قل للذين كفروا إن ينتهوا يغفر لهم ما قد سلف وإن يعودوا فقد مضت سنة الأولين وقاتلوهم حتى لا تكون فتنة ويكون الدين كله لله فإن انتهوا فإن الله بما يعملون بصير وإن تولوا فاعلموا أن الله مولاكم نعم المولى ونعم النصير صدق الله العلي العظيم. Jazakallah for everyone who took part in the recitation of Holy Quran. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this from you. As always, inshallah, I will go over the gist of the 9th juz of Holy Quran, which was just recited in front of you. There are two primary discussions, or the two parts of this 9th juz. First part contains Surah Araf, the remainder of Surah Araf, and the second part, of course, is the beginning of Surah Anfal. And we actually stopped at that ayat. Inshallah, we'll start from tomorrow, which talks about the discussion of khums. So in Surah Araf, the remainder of Surah Araf, there are 9 discussions. Yes. Number 1 is Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, the discussion of very lengthy story of Hazrat Musa is mentioned, and in reference to Hazrat Harun alayhi salatu wasalam, how he was made the Khalifa, and the discussion there, how the Holy Prophet gave the same reference to Amir al-Mu'mineen when he was traveling to Tabuk, and he did not take Amir al-Mu'mineen along, and he said the same thing, that anta minni bi manzilati Haruna min Musa illa la nabiyya ba'di. So that relevance is there in ayat number 142. Second is the discussion of Bal'am bin Ba'ura, who was someone who had the knowledge of Isma Azam. And of course, Isma Azam, having the knowledge of Isma Azam, is a big deal. Remember, we discussed the story of Hazrat Sulaiman and how Asif ibn Barqiya, it is mentioned that he had, ilmun min al-kitab, right? But that ilm refers to as, having the ilm of Isma Azam, by which he was able to perform that miracle of bringing the Takhta Bilqis. So he also had Isma Azam, and but that knowledge did not benefit him. He committed sins, and it could not stop him from committing sins, and he fell to the to the daraja, to the rank where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala compared him with a dog in ayah number 172. So it is important for us to realize that being muttaqi in the beginning or in the middle part of our lives is not important, although it is important that you should be muttaqi from the very beginning. But how we end this life is very important. Aqibat bil khair. That's why we make the dua that our aqibat is bil khair. Yes, we should take care of. There's more reward and higher daraja if someone is good throughout. But what matters is what are you at the end of the day. And so we have the examples of people like Hur in Karbala and others. Number 3 is the ahad and the covenant of alasto. which also happens in ayat number 172, where Allah says, وَإِذْ أَخَذَ رَبُّكَ مِنْ بَنِي آدَمَ مِنْ ظُهُورِهِمْ ذُرِّيَّتَهُمْ وَأَشْهَدَهُمْ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ أَلَسْتُ بِرَبِّكُمْ, that am I not your Lord? أَلَسْتُ بِرَبِّكُمْ قَالُوا بَلَى شَهِدْنَا, and they all responded by saying yes. Number 4 is a discussion where the Holy Prophet is referred to as Ummi, and Quran explains what the word Ummi means in Surah Ankabut, ayat number 48. Actually, ayat number 48 of Ankabut says, وَمَا كُنْتَ تَتْلُو مِنْ قَبْلِهِ مِنْ كِتَابٍ وَلَا تَخُطُّهُ بِيَمِينِكَ إِذًا لَارْتَابَ الْمُبْطِلُونَ. Why? That you did not used to read anything before and you did not used to write anything before. That does not deny the fact that Rasulullah did not know how to read or write. You did not used to write. You did not used to read. The reason is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives it. You did not used to recite any scripture before, nor did you used to write anything with your right hand. For then the kuffar, they would have been skeptical that where did this book come from? Those who were deniers of the Qur'an, mubtilun, they would have raised this argument that they would have been skeptical about this book. So that's the reason we did not show you writing or reading. But that does not mean that Rasulullah is, na'udhu billah, illiterate. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has Asma'i Husna, the riwayat of which mentions that it also refers to Ahlul Bayt min Ali Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam. 7th juz of Quran, there was a discussion about how Anbiya do not have mustaqil ilm ghaib. They have ilm ghaib, but it's not istiqlali, it's not independent. And therefore same discussion is here in ayat number 188, and you can refer to the 7th juz as well about it. 7th discussion is that all of the kuffar are compared with cattle. They're compared with 4-legged animals. وَلَقَدْ ذَرَعْنَا لِجَهَنَّمَ كَثِيرًا مِنَ الْجِنِّ وَالْإِنسِ, that we have filled this Jahannam with many of the jinns and the humans. لَهُمْ قُلُوبٌ لَا يَفْقَهُونَ بِهَا, they have heart but they don't use their heart, they don't ponder with it. وَلَهُمْ أَعْيُنٌ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ بِهَا, they have eyes but they can't see with their eyes. وَلَهُمْ آذَانٌ لَا يَسْمَعُونَ بِهَا, they have ears but they do not listen and hear to the commands. So therefore he says biha ulaika kal anam, these are like cattle. Bal hum adal, in fact they're worse than cattle. It's possible the cattle may listen to the commands of their master, that move here, move there, go here. These people are compared with the cattle, 4-legged animals, and then they're called bal hum adal, they're actually worse than the ulaika humul ghafilun, that these are the people who are heedless. Qayamat ka ilm, there's nobody has the knowledge of when Qayamat will take place. In fact, in Surah Jinn, the Holy Prophet was asked the same question, and that when will Qayamat take place? He says, in adri, am huwa qaribun aw ba'id, I don't know whether it's close or far. That's the knowledge which is exclusively with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then that last discussion is about the azamat of Quran Majid. Surah Anfal, the beginning part of Surah Anfal, there are a few things in it. There are 5 total things that are discussed. Inshallah, we'll go through it quickly. First is there are 5 attributes of mu'mineen are mentioned in that beginning part. So one sifat is that they have khashiyat, they are humble in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Second is tilawat, that they recite the ayat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Third, they do tawakkul, rely upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fourth, they establish the prayer. And 5th, they are generous. So ayat numbers 2 and 3 talks about mu'mineen and these 5 sifat of theirs. Second discussion is about the Battle of Badr, where the victory and the news of the victory was given to Muslimin, and the nuzul of the angels, how they tackled and they attacked, and how it was a victory given to the Muslimin. But still, even with the help of the angels, half the people were killed by Amir al-Mu'mineen in that battle. And then the ahkam of how running away from the battlefield is actually gunah kabira. It's considered to be a major sin, and in reference to mal ghanimat. Third discussion is how the kuffar wanted to plan and kill the Holy Prophet. This was their tadbir. This was their plan. وَمَكَرُوا, that they made this plan. وَمَكَرُوا اللَّهِ. Wallahu khairul makirin. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoiled that plan of theirs because on the night of the Hijrat, who slept in the bed of the Holy Prophet? Imam Ali did. Fourth discussion is in reference to, Ghadir, in the event of Ghadir, how the Ilan of the Wilayat of Amir al-Mu'mineen was mentioned, and there was a man who objected to Rasulullah about this hukum. He said what? Uman al-Fahri, right? He objected saying that, is this from you, O Prophet, or is it from Allah? Rasulullah said, this is from Allah. Do you not know? I don't say anything except that which Allah tells me to say. So if it's from Allah, then a stone comes down upon me and kills me. I hope that happens. So first ayat of Surah Ma'arij, Sa'ala sa'ilun bi'adhabin waqi'. So when a person asks about an adhab to take place, it happened right away and that person died. Similar discussion is here in ayat number 32 of Surah Anfal, where they say the same thing. Is it from you or is it from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And when Rasulullah said it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they make the same dua. But this time Allah responds by saying what? That we were not going to go ahead and do adhab on them. Wa anta fihim. And Rasulullah, we're not going to go ahead and send adhab onto these people because the fact that you are with them. So Nu'man al-Fahri thought the same thing would happen. I will ask for the adhab, and because the Holy Prophet is there, Allah will not send the adhab. No, there were exceptions, because over there it was in reference to the wilayat of Amir al-Mu'mineen. And lastly, who should be the khadim of Masjid al-Haram? It is the zimmedari and the responsibility of those who are muttaqeen. In riwayat, we find that these muttaqeen who were appointed, Imam Ali, Hazrat Hamza, Hazrat Jafar, Hazrat Aqil, they are mentioned in it, and as well as Ali Muhammad are mentioned in this reference. Wa akhiru da'wana, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. Thank you very much for tuning in, and inshallah we'll start the program with dua iftitah at 9 p.m. followed by the majlis for the wafat of Bibi Khadija salamullahi alayha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين خاتم النبيين بالقاسم محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين. أما بعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome back to the program. Inshallah, we will start with the recitation of Dua Iftitah. But before we start Dua Iftitah, I would request you all to please recite a Surah Fatiha and 3 times Surah Ikhlas for the sponsors Marhumin. Tonight's sponsors were Dinani family and Mr. Ghulam Abbas and Mrs. Zainab Jafar. They're requesting Surah Fatiha for Maryam Bai Khaki, Marhumin of Dinani family, Khaki, Daya, Maulidina, and Khalfan. Families Fida Hussain Jafar and Barakat Ali Fazl, as well as all of your Marhumin and Marhumat. Surah Fatiha. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم واحلق عدهم أجمعين. I would request Brother Ghulam Haider to start with the recitation of Dua Iftitah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم إني أفتتح الثناء بحمدك وأنت مسدد للصواب بمنك، وأيقنت أنك أنت أرحم الراحمين في موضع العفو والرحمة، وأشد المعاقبين في موضع النكال والنقمة، وأعظم المتجبرين في موضع الكبرياء والعزمة. اللهم أذنت لي في دعائك ومسألتك فاسمع يا سميع مدحتي، وأجب يا رحيم دعوتي، وأقل يا غفور عثرتي. فكم يا إلهي من كربة قد فرجتها، وهموم قد كشفتها، وعثرة قد أقلتها، ورحمة قد نشرتها، وحلقة بلاء قد فككتها. الحمد لله الذي لم يتخذ صاحبة ولا ولدا، ولم يكن له شريك في الملك، ولم يكن له ولي من الذل، وكبره تكبيرا. الله أكبر. الحمد لله بجميع محامده كلها على جميع نعمه كلها. الحمد لله الذي لا مضاد له في ملكه ولا منازع له في أمره. الحمد لله الذي لا شريك له في خلقه ولا شبيه له في عزمته. الحمد لله الفاشي في الخلق أمره وحمده، الظاهر بالكرم مجده، الباسط بالجود يداه، الذي لا تنقص خزائنه ولا تزيده كثرة العطاء إلا جودا وكرما. إنه هو العزيز الوهاب. اللهم إني أسألك قليلا من كثير مع حاجة بي إليه عظيمة، وغناك عنه قديم وهو عندي كثير، وهو عليك سهل يسير. اللهم إن عفوك عن ذنبي وتجاوزك عن خطيئتي وسمحك عن ظلمي وسترك على قبيح عملي وحلمك عن كثير الجرم عندما كان من خطئي وعمدي أطمعني فيه إن أسألك ما لا أستوجبه منك الذي رزقتني من رحمتك وأريتني من قدرتك وعرفتني من إجابتك، فصرت أدعوك آمنا وأسألك مستأنسا لا خائفا ولا وجلا مدلا عليك فيما قصدت فيه إليك فإن أبطأ عني عتبت بجهلي عليك ولعل الذي يبطأ عني هو خير لي لعلمك بعاقبة الأمور فلم أر مولا كريما أصبر على عبد لئيم منك علي يا ربي إنك تدعوني فأولي عنك وتتحبب إلي فأتبغض إليك وتتودد إلي فلا أقبل منك كأن لي يتطول عليك فلم يمنعك ذلك من الرحمة لي والإحسان إلي والتفضل علي بجودك وكرمك فارحم عبدك الجاهل وجد عليه بفضل إحسانك إنك جواد كريم الحمد لله مالك الملك مجري الفلك مسخر الرياح فالق الإصباح ديان الدين رب العالمين الحمد لله على حلمه بعد علمه والحمد لله على عفوه بعد قدرته والحمد لله على طول أناته في غضبه وهو قادر على ما يريد الحمد لله خالق الخلق باسط الرزق فالق الإصباح ذي الجلال والإكرام والفضل والإنعام الذي بعد فلا يرى وقرب فشهد النجوى تبارك وتعالى الحمد لله الذي ليس له منازع يعادله ولا شبيه يشاكله ولا ظهير يعاضده قهر بعزته الأعزاء وتواضع لعظمته العظماء فبلغ بقدرته ما يشاء الحمد لله الذي يجيبني حين أناديه ويستر علي كل أورة وأنا عصيه ويعزم النعمة علي فلا أجازيه فكم من موهبة هنية قد أعطاني وعزيمة مخوفة قد كفاني وبهجة مونقة قد أراني فأثني عليه حامدا واذكره مسبحا الحمد لله الذي لا يهتك حجابه ولا يغلق بابه ولا يرد سائله ولا يخيب آمله الحمد لله الذي يؤمن الخائفين وينجي الصالحين ويرفع المستضعفين ويضع المستكبرين ويهلك ملوكا ويستخلف آخرين والحمد لله قاسم الجبارين مبين الظالمين مدرك الهاربين نكال الظالمين صريخ المستصرخين موضع حاجات الطالبين معتمد المؤمنين الحمد لله الذي من خشية ترعد السماء وسكانها وترجف الأرض وعمارها وتموج البحار ومن يسبح في غمراتها الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله الحمد لله الذي يخلق ولم يخلق ويرزق ولا يرزق ويطعم ولا يطعم ويميت الأحياء ويحيي الموتى وهو حي لا يموت بيده الخير وهو على كل شيء قدير اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك وأمينك وصفيك وحبيبك وخيرتك من خلقك وحافظ سرك ومبلغ رسالاتك أفضل وأحسن وأجمل وأكمل وأزكى وأنمى وأطيب وأطهر وأسنى وأكثر ما صليت وباركت وترحمت وتحننت وسلمت على أحد من عبادك وأنبيائك ورسلك وصفوتك وأهل الكرامة عليك من خلقك اللهم وصل على علي أمير المؤمنين ووصي رسول رب العالمين، عبدك ووليك وأخي رسولك، وحجتك على خلقك، وآيتك الكبرى والنبأ العظيم. وصل على الصديقة الطاهرة فاطمة سيدة نساء العالمين. وصل على سبتي الرحمة وإمام الهدى الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة. وصل على أئمة المسلمين علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والخلف الهادي المهدي، حججك على عبادك وأمنائك في بلادك صلاة كثيرة دائمة. اللهم وصل على ولي أمرك القائم المؤمل والعدل المنتصر وحفظه بملائكتك المقربين، وأيده بروح القدس يا رب العالمين.
So, Heather, by your voice is a little bit, shaky. I don't know. Maybe it's the internet. I don't know. Go ahead.
اللهم اجعله الداعي إلى كتابك والقائم بدينك، استخلف في الأرض كما استخلفت الذين من قبله، مكن له دينه الذي ارتضيت له، أبدله من بعد خوفه أمنا، يعبدك لا يشرك بك شيئا. اللهم أعزه وأعزز به، وانصره وانتصر به، وانصره نصرا عزيزا، وافتح له فتحا يسيرا، واجعل له من لدنك سلطانا نصيرا. اللهم أظهر به دينك وسنة نبيك حتى لا يستخفي شيء من الحق مخافة أحد من الخلق. اللهم إنا نرغب إليك في دولة كريمة تعز بها الإسلام وأهله، وتذل بها النفاق وأهله، وتجعلنا فيها من الدعاة إلى طاعتك والقادة إلى سبيلك، وترزقنا بها كرامة الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم ما عرفتنا من الحق فحملنا، وما قصرنا عنه فبلغنا. اللهم المن به شعثنا، واشعب به صدعنا، وارتق به فتقنا، وكثر به قلتنا، واعزز به ذلتنا، واغن به عائلنا، واقض به عن مغرمنا، واجبر به فقرنا، وسد به خلتنا، ويسر به عسرنا، وبيض به وجوهنا، وفك به أسرنا، وأنجح به طلبتنا، وأنجز به مواعيدنا، واستجب به دعوتنا، واعطنا به سؤلنا، وبلغنا به من الدنيا والآخرة آمالنا، واعطنا به فوق رغبتنا يا خير المسؤولين وأوسع المعطين. اشف به صدورنا، وأذهب به غيظ قلوبنا، واهدنا به لما اختلف فيه من الحق بإذنك، إنك تهدي من تشاء إلى صراط مستقيم. وانصرنا به على عدوك وعدونا إله الحق آمين. اللهم إنا نشكو إليك فقد نبينا صلاتك عليه وآله، وغيبة ولينا، وكثرة عدونا، وقلة عددنا، وشدة الفتن بنا، وتظاهر الزمان علينا. فصل على محمد وآله، وعنا على ذلك بفتح منك تعجله، وبضر تكشفه ونصر تعزه وسلطان حق تزهره ورحمة منك تجللناها وعافية منك تلبسناها برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
اللهم صل على محمد
وآل
وعجل
محمد.
فرجهم. Thank you very much, Brother Bhai, for that recitation. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your du'as and ta'at, inshallah, especially in this month of Ramadan. As we move forward tonight, as you know, we are commemorating the wafat of Bibi Khadija salamullahi alayha. Inshallah, towards the end, we will have the ziyarat as well, so please stay tuned for that. Once again, I would like to remind you to recite a Surah Fatiha for tonight's sponsors, those who have sponsored the virtual program tonight, the Dinani family and Brother Ghulam Jafar, Mr. Ghulam Jafar and his family. Please recite a Surah Fatiha for their marhumin as well as your marhumin. Surah Fatiha. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين خاتم النبيين أبي القاسم محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. أما بعد، فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى وقوله الحق وهو أصدق القائلين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا نساء النبي لستن كأحد من النساء إن اتقيتن فلا تخضعن بالقول فيطمع الذي في قلبه مرض وقلنا قولا معروفا وقرن في بيوتكن ولا تبرجن تبرج الجاهلية الأولى وأقمنا الصلاة وآتينا الزكاة وأطعنا الله ورسوله إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Condolence to Imam of our time, Imam Zamana Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif, on this sad occasion in which we commemorate the wafat of al-Mu'mineen Bibi Khadija Salamullahi Alayha. 10th of Ramadan al-Mubarak is the day of the wafat of this great lady who passed away a few years before the migration of the Holy Prophet to the city of Medina. After having spent those nights and those days in the Shi'b Abi Talib, once this lady was known as Malikatul Arab, the one who was the head of all of the women as well as men as far as her business was concerned, as far as her influence was concerned. But nonetheless, she devoted her life and she devoted everything to the Holy Prophet for the cause of Islam. And therefore, her achievements within her lifetime, and as well as what the Holy Prophet mentioned afterwards, the merits and the status and the rank that she achieved is just incomprehensible. I wanted to discuss tonight under these verses which are known to you, especially the later part of this ayat number 33 from chapter number 33, Surah Ahzab, which begins by advising the wives of the Holy Prophet. And ayat number 32, which I recited prior to that, begins by addressing the wives of the Prophet by saying, Ya Nisa an-Nabi, O the wives of the Prophet, Lastunna ka'ahadim minan nisa. You are not like any other women. In ittaqaytunna fala takhda'na bilqawli fayatma'a alladhi fi qalbihi marad. It says that if you are wary, do not be complacent in your speech, lest he who's in his heart is sickness will, will be inspired. Speak honorable words. And then a very important, advice is being given. Now, this advice may be limited specifically to the wives of the Holy Prophet, but it speaks volumes when it begins by saying, وَقَرْنَ فِي بُيُوتِكُنَّ. It's not talking about, that if it's not necessary, that you should not go out. It says, no, remain inside your house. So this portion of this ayat may be specific only to the wives of the Holy Prophet. But that which is applicable even today is when the ayat continues by saying, وَلَا تَبَرَّجْنَا تَبَرُّجَ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ الْأُولَى. And do not flaunt your finery like the former days of ignorance. تَبَرَّجْنَا تَبَرُّجَ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ الْأُولَى. The way you used to live in the time of jahalat, in the time of your ignorance. And this could also be translated as a ta'wil, that today if a person is unaware of the laws of Islam and they go about doing whatever they feel like, but the moment they learn the laws of Islam and the moment they have come to understanding and realization as to what the laws of Islam are in reference to certain things, and still they don't follow, and that's where the problem lies. At one point you do not know the mas'ala. Shariat will not hold you accountable the fact that you did not know the mas'ala. A lot of time people, and this is the month of Ramadan, and these questions are mubtala bih. A lot of time these questions are repetitive in nature. A lot of people, they forget, and therefore they ask these questions again and again. In reference to not fasting, for example. For example, someone called and said, Maulana, I did not fast while I was going through medical school. And, I had no idea. I said, why didn't you fast? He said, because, it was a difficult time. The exams and studies would take a toll on you. And it was very difficult. And therefore, I just did not fast. Now, this person who's going through school may not have that much knowledge about the religion of Islam and the laws. But I'm sure there were people in the house who would know the Islamic ruling as far as what is your duty during the month of Ramadan. So this person said, I just did not fast. Many 4 or 5 years of my medical school, every time Ramadan would come around examination, I would just not fast. So what is the kafara for that? I said, well, kafara will scare you away. Because the kafara for each fast that you missed of the month of Ramadan, because you said, well, it was difficult because you were studying and you could not fast and study at the same time, it would entail a kafara of fasting 60 days for each fast that you miss. So for example, if you missed 15, 20 fasts each month of Ramadan, it's going to be a lot of fasts. 60 times 10, 600 fasts if you miss 10 fasts each of those Ramadan. And yes, it's going to be very difficult to make up. And it's not like you can make up 2 fasts per day. No, you have to fast one at a time. And therefore, it's going to be immensely difficult. But there is a second option, which is that you go ahead and feed 60 destitute for each fast that you missed. But sometimes person may not have the means to go ahead and provide for 60 people, for example. And this is where the difference between kafara and fidya is. I said this last time as well, but I'll remind again. Fidya is when you feed one person. Kafara is when you feed 60 people. So there's a huge difference between the two. And so therefore, there is an ease that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now this person might become rebellious, saying, if that's how much I have to fast, then I'm not going to do it. I just can't do it. I'm not going to fast again. So there's a possibility of this person becoming rebellious. Therefore, there's ease in this mas'ala, where if a person was unaware of the issue and did it out of negligence, then therefore it will not be obligatory upon them to make up the 60 fasts for each fast that they missed. As long as they make up the qada of all of those fasts that they missed, inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Ghafurur Rahim. He will forgive whatever it is that you have missed. So from this aspect, we understand that Islam does give this leniency when it comes to some of these acts of worship which are difficult to do. Therefore, this ayat what I recited, it said, وَلَا تَبَرَّجْنَا تَبَرُّجَ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ الْأُولَى. Do not go back to the finery or flaunt your finery like the former days of ignorance. So what was happening that these women, because they lived in Zaman Jahiliyyat, and to make a transition from there, of course, it's not like they had forgotten a lot of those rituals and habits, so they still remembered them. And when they still remembered many of those habits and they were still, used to do them, now it was very difficult for them to let go of some of these things. Every now and then they would want to go back to doing those things again. Islam comes and is specifically addressing the wives of the Prophet so that there isn't any ambiguity, none whatsoever. Ya nisa an-nabi. First of all, it says, Lastunna ka'ahadin minan nisa'i. You are not like any of the women. What happened? How come they're not like any of the women? The status changed the moment they became the wives of the Holy Prophet. Now you cannot be treated as the same way your status is raised because you became the wife of the Prophet. Same way as the responsibility increases, as the rank increases, responsibility also increases. Now you're not considered to be an ordinary person. Now you got to be a role model for people. Now you got to set the example for people. Now you got to act in a way which is shayan shan, according to the shan of the Holy Prophet. Anything that you do will be reflective on the maqam of the Holy Prophet. And it's easily relatable in this day and age as well. I personally give my example, for example, growing up in a family of Maulana. And this was always, we were always looked upon as, oh, Maulana's son. So, for example, we would be watchful over certain things, as if there's more deen in us because we are in a family of an alim. No, everyone should be following and the laws should be same for everyone. But it's still, there's more expectation from you because, you would know more. You have ilm and you have alim deen in your, access all the time. And therefore more is expected from you. And therefore me in the position, if I was to go ahead and do an action, I have to be careful what I say and what I do in public especially, because it could have impact on others. So this is where the case is that these people are no longer ordinary individuals. They should not be considered ordinary individuals. But some of them thought they could go back to the finery of the ignorant time, Zaman Jahiliyyah, because after all, they were not infallible. They were not masoom. They were fallible human beings like you and I. And therefore, it was quite possible for them to go back to the Zaman Jahiliyyah and the acts and the things that they used to perform back then. Just becoming the wife of the Holy Prophet would not bring about this drastic change in them. Now, many of them did adopt to the customs after marrying the Holy Prophet, but some could not. And therefore, if it wasn't the case, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would not have revealed. If some of them did not go back to the finery of the past, of the time of the ignorance, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would not have revealed this ayah. The fact that Allah has revealed this ayah tells you what? Tells you that there were people who did perform these things. And then also, وَقَرْنَ فِي بُيُوتِكُنَّ, there's so much kalam in these ayat. But again, if I go into the tafsir of all of this, it'll take up all of my time. But tonight, we want to go ahead and dedicate this Majlis-e-Aza for this great lady, for whom so many riwayat are there as far as her maqam is concerned. Who am I to go ahead and speak about her while Qur'an is reciting her qasida, while Jibreel is, conveying the message from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the Holy Prophet in reference to Bibi Khadija salamullah alayha. That's what her status is. You read these ayat of Surah Duha, Alam yajidka yatiman fa'aba, wa wajadaka dhallan fahada, wa wajadaka a'ilan fa'aghna. O Prophet, did we not find you yatim and we provided for you? Yes, Prophet was yatim. Who took care of the Prophet? Who took Prophet into custody? Who did the kifalat of the Holy Prophet? Quran, and this ayat of Quran is referring to Hazrat Abu Talib alayhi salatu wassalam. When it says وَوَجَدَكَ ضَالًّا فَهَدَى, some people translated the word dhal in its literal sense, that na'udhu billah, the Prophet was astray and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provided guidance to him. No, he said kuntu nabiyyan wa Adam bin al-ma'i wa teen. He's been prophet since before Adam's creation. So how is it possible for the Holy Prophet to be lost, or to be gumrah rather? Lost would make sense, but to be astray is, not appropriate, not allowed. So yes, you can translate this. The Prophet may have lost his way when he was younger, and this is what the tafsir also mentions, that he was lost when he was coming back to his home, and therefore when he was found, this is what it refers to. And another translation and another tafsir and ta'wil of this ayat is وَوَجَدَكَ ضَالًّا فَحَدَى, means that nobody knew you, nobody recognized you until we made people recognize you. And so then when you were recognized, people knew you. This is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning وَوَجَدَكَ ضَالًّا فَحَدَى, that nobody knew you and nobody knew who you were until we made your dhikr وَرَفَعْنَا لَكَ ذِكْرَكَ, so that people now recognize you. So from this aspect, this ayat could be translated like that, but cannot be translated that we found you to be astray, na'udhu billah, and we provided guidance to you. The one who has come for the guidance of the alam-e-bashariyat, for the entire mankind, do you expect that person to be lost himself? That's a lost cause. If a person who's lost himself is to go ahead and provide guidance to others. And then وَوَجَدَكَ عَائِلًا فَأَغْنَى, which is our kalam, shahid kalam over here that we want to focus. That, O Prophet, we found you in need and we provided for you. And Prophet admits the fact that it is through the wealth of Khadija salamullah alayha, Prophet was provided the means of spreading this religion, and also from his individual aspect, Prophet was given a wife in the form of Hazrat Khadija salamullah alayha, and therefore the concept and the reference towards A'il, the family that we provided for you, we found you to be without family, without anyone, and we made you sufficient in that reference, or we found you to be in need and we made you self-sufficient. All of these could be accepted. So as I was saying, who am I to even speak as far as the merits of Janab Khadija salamullah alayha are concerned? It is enough for her honor and her respect that it says hasbuka min an-nisa al-alamin. It is enough for you, for as far as the nisa al-alamin are concerned, the women of all of universe. Who are they? Maryam bint Ibnat Imran, Khadija bint Khuwaylid, Fatima bint Muhammad, wa Asiya imratu Fir'aun. That 4 women who are referred to as Nisa'ul Alameen, the women of Alameen, all of the existence. Who are they? Amongst them is Khadija bint Khuwaylid, salamullahi alayha. There's a beautiful hadith in this reference that Ata Jibreel. Jibreel came, قال للنبي, said to the Holy Prophet, أن الله يقرأ خديجة السلام, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sending, either yuqra, sending Khadija salamullah alayha salutations. وهذه خديجة فإذا هي أتتك فقرأ عليها السلام من ربها. And when Khadija comes to you, O Prophet, convey the salam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to Khadija. Just imagine. We get excited when someone of an influential personality sends and conveys a message for us. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is conveying the message. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is directly sending this message to the Holy Prophet through Jibreel Ameen to go ahead and convey the salam to Khadija. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sending salam to her and salutation to her, then what is it that you and I can do in this reference? Because the fact that when Jibreel had come and Rasulullah, there's a reason behind all of these things. The fact that Rasulullah himself also admitted, as far as Janab Khadija is concerned, he said, Wallahi ma abdalani Allahu khayran minha. Yes, I got married after her, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not replace Khadija with anyone better than her. No one was better than Khadija. Why? Is it just his emotions in reference to her? Is it this love that the Prophet had for Bibi Khadija because they spent 25 years together? It could be, but there are more logical reasons. Prophet says, Amanat bi hina kafaran nas. She believed in me when people were denying me. When people were disbelieving in me, they would not even listen to me. That's when Bibi Khadija put her trust into me. Those who are the first ones are always the difficult, right? It's always difficult to be the first one in anything. Yes, later on when something is ready, people join in, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. They're also appreciated. But the first ones who take the risk, and I have so many examples are coming in my mind right now. I'll give you a couple. You have this masjid in front of you. That masjid, which was, built not too long ago, only been 10 years. But the project began close to 22, 23 years ago. But when that concept was given, I don't think many people could have actually pictured it and realized it and would have taken the first step. But there were those individuals who did take the first step while it was a risky call. And it paid off. It showed off their belief, their trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and their tawakkul and reliance that everyone else came along. Second, this project of Sadiq school as well. While there was a lot of skepticism from parents as far as the school standard and all of those things are concerned. But still, they had to take this step. And as always, inshallah, people will join forces. Prophet says in reference to Bibi Khadija that amanat bi hina kafaran nas. She believed in me when people were in denial of me. Was sadaqatni id kadhabani an-nas. She believed in me and she trusted in me. She, sadaqat, she showed that she trusts and she approved of me. Id kadhabani an-nas. When people were, associating lies against me and they were denying me. وَوَاسَطَنِي بِمَالِهَا إِذْ حَرَّمَنِي النَّاسِ. Yes, she provided me with her wealth when I needed it in order to not pursue my personal agenda, but to go ahead and pursue the agenda of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَوَاسَطَنِي بِمَالِهَا إِذْ حَرَّمَنِي النَّاسِ. When people were depriving me of that. وَرَزَقَنِي اللَّهُ الْوَلَدْ مِنْهَا وَلَمْ يَرْزُقْنِي مِنْ غَيْرِهَا. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provided me and gave me awlad through her, while He did not give me awlad through anyone else. So these are 4 reasons that the Holy Prophet mentions after the wafat of Bibi Khadija salamullah alayha. That these are the 4 reasons that she believed in me, she trusted me, she provided me with her wealth, and Allah gave me children through her, while this was not the case with anyone else. So we can divide over here the life of Hazrat Khadija Salamullah Alaiha into three parts. Again, it's not a great deal of time that I have, so I'll try and be as concise, inshallah, into three parts in total. First part is before marriage, before she got married to the Holy Prophet. And that part of her life is equally very important. That's what made her Khadija, that businesswoman that she was, and how she was dealing. That part is also very important. Prophet was actually working for her as a tradesman. This is something which could be comparable to the life of Hazrat Musa والسلام, and his story as far as how he married the daughter of Shu'aib والسلام. That marriage of Hazrat Musa when he came to Madian, when with one of the daughters of Shu'aib والسلام, he's mentioned as what? Aminun Qawiyun. That he makes this dua, Rabbi inni lama anzalta ilayya min khairin faqirun. So when he's referred to by the daughter of Hazrat Shu'aib, because what did he do? He helped them fetch water. Hazrat Musa walks in, he's run away from Mulk Misr, and he's come over here, and here he's a stranger pretty much, but he sees that these two girls or these two ladies are having difficulty getting the water from the well because it's being hogged by a bunch of men. And so he goes ahead and lends a hand to go ahead and help them out. And that story is all there. They invite him to their house to meet their father, Hazrat Shu'aib, who's a Nabi of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Hazrat Musa accepted the offer, but he said, I'll walk in front of you instead of walking behind you. But because I don't know the path and the way to your house, you guide me by throwing stones in which direction that I should turn. This is how they get to the house. When they get to the house, Hazrat Shu'aib والسلام, greets, and the daughter of Hazrat Shu'aib explains that we found him to be Amin and Qawi. The first question Hazrat Shu'aib asks, I understand that he's Qawi, his build and his stature, and he fetched water for you single-handedly and all that stuff. But where did you understand that he's Amin as well? Then she narrates how he told us to walk. That shows he's Amin as far as the trustworthiness is concerned. Therefore, when Hazrat Musa made this dua as well, Ilayya min khairin faqir, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also bestowed upon him the favor. That favor was that he not only finds a house to live in, finds a family, and gets to serve another Rasul and another Prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As far as the marriage of Janabe Khadija Salamullah Alaiha is concerned with the Holy Prophet, when he came, he was known in all of Hijaz as Amin and Sadiq. Over there, Hazrat Musa is known as Amin and Qawi. Rasulullah is known as Amin and Sadiq. And Qur'an also calls فَوَجَدَكَ عَائِلًا فَأَغْنَى. That over there, Hazrat Musa made this dua that Ilayya min khairin faqir, speaking about his faqr and his poverty. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says about the Holy Prophet. Look at the comparison. وَوَجَدَكَ عَائِلًا فَأَغْنَى. That we found you in need. Did not use the word faqir, but we found you in need and we made you self-sufficient. Marriage of Musa to the daughter of Prophet Shu'aib said, Ya abatis ta'ajarhu. She said, the daughter of Hazrat Shu'aib said, oh my father, go ahead and give him the compensation. Prophet said, Qala inni uridu an unkihaka ihday ibnatay. The compensation is that I want you to marry one of my daughters and want you to work for me for 8 years, 10 if you feel like. Marriage of the Holy Prophet also was proposed by Hazrat Khadija. Over there, the daughter of Hazrat Shu'aib said, oh Prophet, oh father, compensate him for what he did. Here, Hazrat Khadija Salamullah Alaiha also was the one to propose through Nafisa bint Umayyah. So you can find some parallels between the two marriages and the two stories. Second part of the life is after the marriage, that she gives birth to the children of the Holy Prophet, namely Qasim, Abdullah, and Fatima Zahra Salamullahi Alaiha. At the time of the wiladat of Bibi Fatima Salamullahi Alaiha, there's a beautiful riwayat from Mufaddal ibn Umar, who narrates from our sixth Imam, Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam. You know, he says, كيف كان ولادة فاطمة? How was the birth of Janab Fatima al-Zahra salamullah alayha? فقال نعم. He said, إن خديجة لما تزوج بها رسول الله حجرتها نسوة مكة. When Prophet married Bibi Khadija salamullah alayha, from that moment on until she became pregnant and then she gave birth to Bibi Fatima, حجرتها نسوة مكة. The women of the Mecca, they abandoned her. You know, she was a person of influence, but they abandoned her. There was a reason why they abandoned her. One of the reasons mentioned is because a lot of people tried to propose to Hazrat Khadija and she declined. And then she goes ahead and marries the Holy Prophet. So this was also something which was, you know, this prejudice was there for her, and this jealousy was there. So they abandoned her. فَكُنَّ لَا يَدْخُلْنَ عَلَيْهَا, and they would not even come and see her. وَلَا يُسَلِّمْنَ عَلَيْهَا, and they would not even say salam and salutation. وَلَا يَتْرُكْنَ إِمْرَأَةً تَدْخُلُ عَلَيْهَا. Not only that they won't come, but they won't even allow any other women to go ahead and visit Bibi Khadija salamullahi alayha. That's how they had boycotted her. فَاسْتَوْحَشَتْ خَدِيجَةٌ لِذَلِكَ. Khadija alayhi salam was terrified because of that. Now, the woman going through this labor, going through this difficult time anyway, would be terrified. That too, if there aren't any of the women around, no one else to take care of. And then those who were the friends, they're also not allowed to go ahead and visit. وَكَانَ جَزَعُهَا وَغَمُّهَا حَضَرًا عَلَيْهِ. And Rasulullah could see that the difficulty that Janab Khadija and the gham that she was going through. فَلَمَّا حَمَلَتْ بِفَاطِمَةٍ كانت فاطمة تحدثها من بطنها. And when she became pregnant with Fatima al-Zahra salamullahi alayha, Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam, Imam Ja'far Sadiq says that كانت فاطمة تحدثها من بطنها. That knowing that her mother is going through this difficult time, she was struggling, she was lonely, and she was terrified because of this loneliness. There was this wahshat upon her. You know, Janab Sayyida used to speak to her mother from the womb of the mother. Yes, don't be surprised with this. وَتُصَبِّرُهَا, and she used to calm her down, give her patience and solace. وَكَانَ تَكْتُمُ ذَلِكَ مِنْ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ. And of course, Bibi Khadija tried to keep this as secret as possible, even from the Holy Prophet, that he does not find out. فَدَخَلَ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ يَوْمًا. But one day, Prophet, when he entered, فَسَمِعَ Khadija tuhaddith Fatima. He heard that Khadija salamullah alayha was speaking to Fatima Zahra salamullah alayha. فقال لها يا خديجة من تحدثين? Oh Khadija, who are you talking to? She responded, قالت الجنين الذي في بطني يحدثني ويؤنسني. That, you know, baby in my womb, I'm speaking to her. She speaks to me and she gives me comfort in these difficult times that I'm going through. So that's, you know, after her marriage. And third portion of the life would be after the advent of Islam. That how, you know, Rasulullah ﷺ had taken pride in mentioning some of the merits of Bibi Khadija salamullah alayha, the reason why he married her, and the reason what she provided and what she meant for him. She gave all her wealth for Islam. Da'watul dhul ashira. Guess whose wealth was spent in feeding those, you know, family members of the Holy Prophet who would come every single day. They were invited for this da'wat. Yes, it was the wealth of Bibi Khadija. That first hijrat of Muslimin to Habisha, guess who provided for the means for that hijrat? Because it requires money to travel. It was the wealth of Bibi Khadija. That hijrat to Medina also was still providing by Bibi Khadija. And then when there wasn't any place for the Muslimin to live because they were living under boycott, it was Shi'ab Abi Talib, yes, Mohsin Islam, Hazrat Abu Talib, in the valley that belonged to him. That's where they were living. As far as building of masjid is concerned, it was through the wealth of Bibi Khadija. All of these things, you see that the land was irrigated by both Hazrat Khadija and as well as Hazrat Abu Talib. Islam during the life of the Prophet spread through two things. Sometimes they mention sword of Ali and wealth of Khadija. Now don't take the sword in the negative sense that Imam Ali والسلام, was waging his sword left and right and killing people and then conquesting and conquering these different lands. No, none of those things happened. But whenever Muslimin did enter into a battlefield, it was the sword of Ali ibn Abi Talib that provided the means of victory. Yeah, what happened after the wafat of the Holy Prophet, this adventures and the conquest that took place for the period of 25 years, while they were taking the ra'ya of Islam, but with which means that spread of sword is not permissible, is not condoned. But this where it says that is spread through the sword of Ali, it refers to whether you look at Battle of Badr, whether you look at Battle of Uhud, whether you look at Battle of Khandaq, whether it be Khaybar, whether it be Hunayn, whether it be other battles, it was the sword of Ali ibn Abi Talib that provided the means for the spread of religion and integrity and the honor of the religion. And second is the wealth of Bibi Khadija salamullah alayha. If it wasn't there, then it would have been very difficult for Islam to move in the way that it did. Janab Khadija salamullah alayha, when the Holy Prophet, while he's married to her, he got married to her when he was 25 years old. And 15 years later, he receives the first revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the age of 40 when he was in the cave of Hira, meditating. And of course, when he receives this, it's not that Prophet was how some people mention that by receiving this revelation, Prophet became terrified and he would fall sick and not. No, it is, of course, a kalam is coming from above, from the unseen, through an angel. So it is, an extraordinary phenomena. And that could have an impact on the bodily aspect of the Holy Prophet. But who would be there to go ahead and provide comfort to the Holy Prophet? It was Janab Khadija salamullah alayha, that after the wahi, she would be the first one to give tasalli to the Holy Prophet. When for a time that the second revelation did not come down when Prophet was anticipating, she was the one who goes ahead and provides comfort to the Holy Prophet. Not that Prophet is, feeling in a way that's sad that Allah has forsaken him. No, that's not the case. But the fact that there is someone to go ahead and speak to and to provide comfort and believe in you, that's what matters at that moment. And that's why she said that Allah will never forsake you. Innaka la tasir rahim, because you connect with your families. You do sila rahmi. How is it that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forsake you? Wa tasduqul hadith. Your conversation is righteous and truthful. You always speak the truth. Wa tahmilul kull. And you take care of everyone, regardless of their, gender, face, ethnicity, background, color of their skin. You take care of everyone. You provide for everyone. Wa taqra'ul dayf. You also provide, and you are mehman nawaz. You provide for the guests when they come to you. وَتُعِينُ عَلَى نَوَائِبِ الْحَقِّ. And you also get to people, especially when they are in need. Now, it's easy to get to people when, things are all right. But to get to their madad and their help, especially when they're in need, especially the times that, for example, you can relate to the time that you and we are passing through. It's a very difficult time. So here we see if someone says that she is ashrafuz zawjat of the Holy Prophet, she's the best of the wives of the Prophet, this would not be appropriate. No, you should not say that you should not even be comparing her, although there are personalities such as Salma in them. But it won't translate her exalted status. Although, as I said, mentioned that, there were some very, high ranking wives of the Holy Prophet amongst them. But still, to go ahead and put her in that category would not do justice. These were all servants to Bibi Khadija salamullah alayha. There's no comparison when the Lord of the universe sends his salutation upon you, you're khairun nisa'il alameen, and you're counted amongst those women who are khairun nisa'il alameen, someone should not be saying that she's ashrafuz zawjat Rasulullah. No, that does not really have any status for Bibi Khadija. You know, khitab of Imam of our time. This is the compensation, the khitab of Imam of our time, Imam Mahdi, Ajjalallahu ta'ala farajahu sharif. He says, Yabna Khadijat al-Qurra. Taking pride that you are the son of Khadija. Imam is taking pride that I am the son of Bibi Khadija salamullah alayha. Imam Hussein also on the day of Ashur, he says, Ana ibn Khadijat al-Kubra. I am the son of Khadijat al-Kubra. As well as in Ziyarat al-Warith, we recite, and Imam Zainul Abidin in the court of Yazid, he said, Ana ibn Khadijat al-Kubra wa ana ibn al-Maqtul zulman bil mawadda abuna Rasulullah wa jaddatuna Khadija. This is what Imam alayhi salatu wassalam, wa nahnu ahaqqu bil mawadda. He says that I am the son of Khadijat al-Kubra. I am the son who was killed with zulm. Wa nahnu ahaqqu bil mawadda. And we are more deserving to mawaddat. Why? Because our father or our grandfather is Holy Prophet, and our grandmother is Bibi Khadija salamullah alayha. So many Imams are mentioning Bibi Khadija in this way and taking pride in this fact. So she's not just Ummul Mu'mineen, she's Ummu Sayyidat Nisa'il Alameen. She's Ummul Aimmatil Masumeen. She's Kafilatul Amirul Mu'mineen. She's not only Ummul Mu'mineen, but she's the mother of Sayyida Zahra. She is the mother of all of the Imams, and she is the one who took care of Amirul Mu'mineen, known as Kafilatu Amirul Mu'mineen. Indeed, this is a status of Bibi Khadija salamullah alayha. After her wafat, when Prophet came to Makkah after 8th of Hijrah, in the conquest of Makkah, when Prophet returned back to Makkah, many offered him to stay with him. But you know where Prophet stayed? This shows the height of the love that Prophet had for her. He camped outside the grave of Bibi Khadija salamullah alayha. Things in which Bibi Khadija stands alone and nobody can accompany her. First woman to bring Iman onto the Prophet. Therefore, she's the first ever Muslim woman. She's the first woman to pray behind the Holy Prophet. Nobody was praying. There were only two people, Ali and Bibi Khadija. She was the first person who found out about the Nabuwwat of the Prophet. Yes, Prophet did not go around telling everyone. In fact, this news was slowly and gradually told, and before Prophet openly announced, it was way late. But initially, Bibi Khadija had this knowledge. First person to give all her wealth to the Prophet in the way of Islam to ease out the religious work which was pending. It was easy to give afterwards. So many people became, known as giving their wealth. Bibi Khadija was the first one to go ahead and do that. As I said before, it's difficult for you to be the first in such categories. To be able to go ahead and show this altruism, do this isar for the sake of ummah. It is through her that Prophet has children and progeny which is extended from Fatima Zahra salamullahi alayha. Prophet didn't take any wife until Khadija salamullahi alayha was alive, and he spent almost 25 years with Janab Khadija. That just shows you that this love and this mercy, this mawaddat, was not just from one way, rather it was from both directions. I wanted to share over here, although I'm running out of my time, the khutbah that Hazrat Abu Talib ﷺ had recited at the time of the marriage of Bibi Khadija salamullahi alayha. But again, because of the lack of time, I'll just skip through it. There came a time when Janab Khadija parted ways and she was no longer alive. But when this illness came upon her, it is possible that this illness may have been due to those difficult times in Shayb Abi Talib that she spent. Again, there's a riwayat from our sixth Imam, Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq alayhi wassalam, which says that لما توفيت خديجة جعلت فاطمة تلوذ برسول الله. That when the Holy Prophet buried, or when Janab Khadija passed away, Fatima Zahra, being the daughter of Hazrat Khadija Salamullah alayha, she was walking around. Remember, her the sons passed away in the infancy, so it was only Janabi Sayyida, Janabi Fatima Zahra. And she was, taduru hawlahu, she would walk around the Holy Prophet. وَتَقُولُ يَا أَبَتِي أَيْنَ أُمِّي, she would say, oh my father, where is my mother? Imagine, Janabi Sayyida is only, if anything, she's 5, 6, 7 years old, not more than that. فَنَزَلَ جِبْرَيْلُ, Rasulullah himself is at a shock that he has lost a life partner. He's lost a very important personality in the form of Bibi Khadija. فَقَالَ لَهُ, and Jibreel said to him, رَبُّكَ يَأْمُرُكَ أَن تَقْرَأَ فَاطِمَةَ السَّلَامَ وَتَقُولُ لَهَا, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to convey salam to Fatima and wants you to tell her that inna ummaki fi baytin min qasbika abihi min dahabin, that your mother is near in the vicinity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a castle, in this fort which is made of dhahab, which is made of gold, yaqut ahmar, and it's made of yaqut, which is a red yaqut, and she's amongst Baina Asiya wa Maryam, and she's in the company of such individuals such as Asiya and as well as Maryam bint Imran. فقالت Fatima, then Fatima Zahra responded by saying, Inna Allah huwa salam wa minhu salam wa ilayhi salam. So she responds to the salam that was sent to the Holy Prophet, through the Holy Prophet, to Fatima Zahra. But how tough it would be that a 5-year-old Fatma outside the house, she wants to go ahead and see her mother. But Janabi Khadija had already explained that I don't want my 5-year-old, 6-year-old daughter to be seeing her mother pass away in this difficult time. And therefore Janabi Sayyida would remain outside until Qabziru of Janabi Khadija was done, until she left this world. But she did make a plea to Janabi Sayyida. He asked Janabi Sayyida to do shafa'at. And he said, because recognizing the status of Bibi Fatima Zahra Salamullah alayha, Hazrat Khadija had made this plea that asked your father to give me his libas as the kafan. Yes, I want to be able to smell the fragrance of the Holy Prophet even after I'm buried and put into the grave. Just imagine what kind of mawaddat and the love that she would have for the Holy Prophet. But now that we look at that she's buried in Jannatul Mu'alla, that's where she was buried, and how the graves are taken care of. This lady is someone for the entire Muslim Ummah should pay attention as far as her status is concerned. She's Ummul Mu'mineen. She's the beloved of the Holy Prophet. But through her, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave advancement to the religion of Islam. And so the whole entire Muslim Ummah owes Bibi Khadija something. But how is her resting place? That if you go over there, first of all, they won't even allow you to go. Secondly, that place is not well maintained, and there's no grandeur to that place as it should be, how it is to the other places. But that is the sad story of how these individuals, these personalities, are dealt with after their wafat. But I would say, oh Khadija al-Kubra, yes, you passed away, you died, but at least the Holy Prophet was next to you. You passed away, but at least your daughter was able to weep and cry for you. You passed away, and your burial was done in a way that the Holy Prophet laid himself into the grave before he put you in it. But hey, Fatima Zahra, your own daughter, not too far after your death, after the wafat of the Holy Prophet, within a few months, Janab Sayyida, she passes away as well, and her death is not a natural death. Her door was brought down, the fire was lit on the door of Fatima Zahra, and Mohsin, who was in the womb of Fatima, was martyred as well, and Ali ibn Abi Talib was dragged out in front of the eyes of Fatima Zahra, to the extent that Fatima Zahra, after the wafat of the Holy Prophet, would weep and cry, and yet people would be complaining, oh Ali, tell Fatima not to weep all the time. It's difficult for us to manage our affairs. But I would say, oh Khadijatul Kubra, you left while you were at peace. But Fatimatul Zahra left in a way where she was still worried. What will happen? The daughters such as Zainab, Kulthum, they were not allowed to weep. ألا لعنة الله القوم الظالمين وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. Barakallah. Please accept our ibadah tonight. Allah give us the tawfiq and ability to follow the teachings and the footsteps of Bibi Khadija salamullahi alayha. Allah give our women especially the ability to study the life of Bibi Khadija salamullahi alayha and follow the lifestyle that she led and how she showed altruism when it came to providing the Holy Prophet. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the tawfiq to be able to lead a life which is exemplary and it follows the footsteps of Masumin alayhi salatu wassalam. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to hasten the zuhur of our awaited Imam and make us amongst the helpers and the soldiers of Imam. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Inshallah, before we go, we will recite the ziyarat of Bibi Khadija salamullahi alayha. Let's recite the ziyarat together. Assalamu alaikum ya Rasulullah, assalamu alaikum ya Nabi Allah, assalamu alaikum ya Habib Allah, assalamu alaikum ya Khirat Allah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum ya al-A'immat al-Tahirin, assalamu alaikum ya al-Mu'minin, assalamu alaikum ya al-Mu'minat, assalamu alaikum ya Khalisat al-Mukhlisat, assalamu alaikum ya Sayyidat al-Haram wa Malikat al-Batha, assalamu alaikum ya awwala man saddaqat Rasulullah من النساء السلام عليك يا من وفت بالعبودية حق الوفاء وأسلمت نفسها وأنفقت مالها لسيد الأنبياء السلام عليك يا قرينة حبيب إله السماء المزوجة بخلاصة الأصفياء يا ابنة إبراهيم الخليل السلام عليك يا من سلم عليها جبرائيل وبلغ إليها السلام من الله الجليل السلام عليك يا حافظة دين الله السلام عليك يا ناصرة رسول الله السلام عليك يا من تولى دفنها رسول الله واستودعها إلى رحمة الله أشهد أنك حبيبة الله وخيرة أمته وأن الله جعلك في مستقر رحمته في قصر من الياقوت والإقيان في أعلى منازل الجنان صلى الله عليك ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا غريب الغرباء، السلام عليك يا معين الضعفاء والفقراء، السلام عليك يا شمس الشموس وعنيس النفوس، أيها المدفون بأرض توسل ابن موسى رضا ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا صاحب الأسر والزمان، السلام عليك يا إمام الإنس والجان، السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن، أجل الله تعالى فرجك وسهل الله مخرجك وظهورك وجعلنا من أوانك وانصارك ورحمة الله وبركاته. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد عجل فرجهم. Inshallah, we'll see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We will start with the group recitation of Holy Quran. Please join us for that as well. And inshallah, following that program at 7 p.m., we will have our daily program with Dua Iftitah followed by the speech. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.